Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be on this lovely planet today. My name is Mr. Grimshot. I am here to make my first guide on how to player kill in Ultima Online's Outlands. This is 2024, right before the Wildlands expansion release. To tell you a little bit about my background, I played Chesapeake back in the late 90s, so I haven't been playing long. I've only been back for about 6 months, 7 months. So I'm still learning, but I took 25 years off. I know nothing about any of the other shards, servers that were created along the way. I just, I came back. I was addicted to World of Warcraft and Warzone for the longest time. So please bear with me. This is my first video. But I'm here to teach you how to player kill because that's my specialty. I am a solo dungeon PK and I do enjoy it. I'm having a lot of fun. It's a great community. Outlands is a great community. A lot of good people here. I do group PKing as well. I've met a good group of guys that know what they're doing, a big time. But I'm sure you'll see us at some point coming through the dungeon, and you'll definitely see me. That's for sure. So let's get started. If you're new to the game, completely new player, then you need to know that you can't just hop in and start PK playing player killing, other people. You've got to have a blue character, a PVMer, player versus monster, to make your gold, get you started, and support your PK. Now, once you get down the line, you can PK 90% of the time. That's what I'm doing right now. I PK 90% of the time, 10% of the time. I'm on my lot picker, or I've got a harvester as well. But if you're a new player, you definitely need to start out with a PVMer. And there's tons of templates to choose from. I mean, this game is so in depth. I would definitely check out some of Pwn Star's videos if you want to be a Dexter, if you want to be a Bard, if you want to be a Mage, whatever you want to be, but you definitely need to do that. And for the experienced players, you know what I'm talking about. So here we go. I started out on a Bard. I've got a T13 Bard, and I made a lot picker, T14 Fortune lot picker that I mainly play. I don't play my Bard anymore, hardly at all. I make all my money on my lot picker, and I make a good amount on my harvester as well. But I started out as well with this guy, and he was a summoner. I started him out as a summoner and had Spirit Speak, and I got him up to T12. And I was like, this is going to be my PK, my main PK. I do have other PKs, but this way I can have a chance to ignore armor, resist, effective parrying, and magic resist. So this is my template. I've got 120 alchemy, 100 parry, 100 eval, magery, magic resist, wrestling, and meditation. Now you can switch this up a little bit. I did start out with 100 alchemy, and I had 80 eval, 80 magic resist, 80 parrying, I believe, and then I had 80 tracking. That way I could track people in the dungeons and know exactly where everybody's at. So I didn't really like that because my spells weren't as effective. So this is what I've been running. I love this build. I'm not gonna. This is my main PK right here. This is what you're gonna see me on. But you can just start out and just be T0. I would definitely recommend popping Void at least T0. That way you do get some of the auto stats restorations. I mean, when you're running through, Moss 4 and you get that Void heal, I mean, it's legit. It helps out so much. So that's my template. That's what I'm doing. And just to let you know, it depends on what type of PK you want to be. If you want to be a dungeon PK, I suggest the template I just showed you. If you want to be a Overlands PK, where you're basically killing miners and lumberjacks, harvesters, I don't really like doing that. It's not much of a challenge to me. A lot of people do. I would suggest a template of the Mage Archer. But so this is basically, what I run on a daily basis. With the harvester, you definitely need a harvester as well to create your armor. I suggest getting a tailor right off the bat. That way you can create your armor, and then get a carpenter to create your shields. If you're going to run this temple, you don't want to be buying your armor. Every time you die, a lot as a PK, a lot. So you don't want to be wasting gold doing that. Getting leather is so easy. It's cheap. Get your harvester on, forensic eval, and just go hop in Aegis and just start skinning all those monsters. You'll have plenty of them. But the other thing, my kid is basically it's cheap. It's very cheap. I run right now. I just take 50 regs. My wizard satchel, which is also made by a tailor. The trap pouches are made by a tailor. The ropes made by the tailor. And my alchemist, I can create all my own potions. So you definitely want an alchemist, a carpenter, and you only need like 50 carpentry to make shields. So I mean, that's it, you can just start out at 50 automatically and start making your shields. So you need to basically have a nice setup, a nice house to PK as well. You can't just like be, you can't have an inn. You can't go to an inn if you're red. So you need to get started on a PVMer and get yourself established and self-sufficient. I'm not running in any guilds right now. I do run with some PKs. Basically, first thing you need to know about PKing is you will die. You will die a ton. And you can't get frustrated about that. That's just part of the game. I mean, when you get especially if you're solo PKing, and you get into a dungeon, you're going to be chased out by 10 blues. Plus, there's like PK guilds that are specifically there to kill PKs that are in the dungeons. So, and they have huge alliances. They will call you out in their chat, their guild chat, and they will be there within minutes. So, you want to get into a dungeon and then you want to get out as quick as possible. Don't be greedy. When you're ahead, get out. I don't usually kill people on first and second level unless it's a certain guild that I'm kind of after. Otherwise, I try to go for the high priority targets and the deeper dungeons. So basically, I set up my kit. I get going. I can hop into Mausoleum. This is all live right now, what I'm doing. You want to make sure that your buffs are always up, reactive armor, magic reflections, and then you want your magic resist potion and your strength potion at all times. I do like to run my protection, bless. I mean, those only stay on for a minute or two. So what you want to do to rope teleport is go ahead. See, that was a void hill right there. There was a void hill. I didn't even heal myself. That's so awesome about void. That's what I love about it. It also gives you mana. You're going to hit your teleport and then rope. That's it. So you cast teleport and then rope right after. And then you rope and then teleport. It's very quick. And you can only do that like every 5 seconds or so. If you get tag for PvP, then you don't want to rope at all, because you want to set up your timers here. You got a criminal timer, a PvP timer. I've got mana and I've got pounds. So another thing I forgot to say was, um, you know, beginning, if you want to be able to carry 30k gold out, you want to get your strongbox deeds, both of them. Now, as you can see, my spell reflect is not up, so you always want to keep an eye on your spell reflection. Again, you don't want to do this where I'm going until you get your void character up to at least level tier 10. So here I go. We're going deep into this dungeon, and you want to try to be able to teleport, rope through here. Like I said, once you get into combat, once you're flagged for PvP and criminal timer, you want to stay away from the rope unless it's absolutely necessary that you have to, which is like never. Okay, so don't use your rope if you're flagged for PvP. If you're flagged for as a criminal, you can use your rope as long as you're not flagged for PvP. You can use your rope and teleport all day long. But if you're flagged for PvP, does that make sense? Am I confusing you? If you're flagged for PvP, never use your rope. Because if you're flagged for PvP, you can teleport every 15 seconds. If you are flagged for PvP and you use your rope, you cannot teleport for 2 minutes, which sucks. You need your teleports as much as possible, especially running out of the dungeon, getting chased out by people. So, which is every dungeon is going to happen. Looks like there's somebody in here. Yep. So who is this right here? We're gonna go for this guy right here. Now you telekinesis. You throw a telekinesis on somebody. That way, your potions will stick. Your explosion potions will stick. If you just throw a teleport, then it's not gonna stick. It's not gonna stick. See, now I'm gonna teleport. Try to get this guy right here. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. So I just got that guy. Now, looting in these deep dungeons is the hardest thing to do. So now you see I have a PvP timer, which is usually for 60 seconds as soon as you flag on somebody, and then you have a criminal timer that's 2 minutes. So criminal timer means you can't escape from a gate. See this gate travel? There's a lot of timers on PKs. So if I die in here, I'm going to get a 30-minute timer for killing somebody. If you don't kill anybody in a dungeon and you die, then you automatically get a 15-minute timer. But right now, I'm going to kind of wait for this PvP timer to go down, and then hopefully my void heal kick in real quick while I'm in biz around these. And as soon as that void, I could hit a heal potion and then run over there and biz again. You'll see what I'm about to do. It's a perfect example on why you want a high, at least T10. I mean, you can do like I said, T0, but you're going to get one shot down here. I would suggest going past, going real deep into level 3 by yourself in any dungeon if you're just T0. So, yeah, I'm just kind of waiting this out a little bit. I'm hoping I get my void heal. It's not happening though, so I'm gonna drink my pot. I'm gonna drink a heal pot potion. I'm gonna automatically cast invisibility, and I'm gonna run over there and I'm gonna biz on him again. So, and then I'm gonna try to loot this guy and hope I don't die. Tab. You want to always tab as well. Tab out of your peace ward. So now I'm gonna cast in biz, and I'm gonna see what this guy's got here. He's got a lot. 498 stones. So now I'm going to cast Invis again. I'm going to throw this in the back on the ground. Let's see what we got. See what kind of good stuff we got, Sean. Ooh, got an Averwood. That's the best crook you can get there. There's all the good stuff in this one. Ooh, got that. Core. 21K. Desolation. Map. Resource map. I like them all. I like them all. That's right. Move your stuff around. People like to hide stuff in here. I like taking my food here. So right now, so every time you loot somebody, your criminal timer will go up. We'll go back, we'll reset. So if I loot this guy again, then my criminal timer will reset. But he does have an Averhart spellbook and Wizard Satchel, which the spellbook's worth 18K. The satchel's worth at least 10K. So I'm gonna try to grab those real quick and then get the hell out of here. See my weight's 319 out of 460, so hopefully he doesn't have many regs in there. No, I'll be all right. So I can use my rope and teleport and get the hell out of here. Here we go. Oh, that was a void hill. A void hill. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. See, that's rough. It's rough getting down there, but you can get some good loot. Like I said, you're going to die a lot. I promise you. There's that guy. So he's going to get his stuff back. It's all good. But now I've got this timer right here, which is account aggression restriction. And what you can do is you can click on yourself, scroll down to consider sins, and you can see your aggression restrictions, the mausoleum. Now I can't come back into the mausoleum for 30 minutes on any character, on any account. So basically, when you die, what happens is you basically need to go to Corpse Creek. That's the lawless town. This is where you res as a player killer. Your murder counts basically, you the more murder counts you have, the higher your fees are going to be, and especially if you run with a group. So if you're solo, you'll have a 30-minute restriction no matter how many people you kill. Basically, it's 1,000 gold, 1,500 gold per kill. But this is from last night. I was running a group, so that's why they're so high, and that's why murder fees are so high. But if I was with another person, another PK, then my account aggression, your restriction timers go up. So it would probably be an hour. If I was with 3 people, it would be an hour and 30 minutes. And I've seen them up to like an hour and 45 minutes. You cannot go back into that dungeon on any character on any account. So, you pay your fees. Watch out. There's a lot of people who like to sit around and PK, res kill people, and in Corpse Creek, like they are like good players or something. Which like I said, I think is pretty pathetic, to be honest with you. So, this right here, you can make these from Carpenters. It's a storage locker that is the same thing as a storage shelf, but it goes in your bank. So that was basically it. I had some good stuff on me, so that's how it always goes. I could have got out. There's 50-50 chance usually on getting out of these dungeons with loot like that. I think everybody needs a PK because when you're in that dungeon and you're on like a new player that you're trying to, level up, and you got that turd cutter that's taking all your mobs, then you can hop on your PK, go get them. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. So now, my criminal timer's done. PvP is done. So now I can go to another dungeon and kill. So I want to buff up. Let's go to Shadow Spire. Again, see, there's Path. They're already calling people in here. So I'm going to get going deep. If he flags me, I do not want to use my ropes. You got to be aware. But your main thing as a solo PK is to use the mobs. You want to use mobs to help kill. So hopefully I'll show you an example. And here, that path guy, those guys are always on my ass. Always on my ass. So what you want to do is hide in the middle of mobs when you're being chased around by a bunch of blues. Make sure you tab out as well. Try to kill this guy over here. That pot didn't stick. You see it back there? It didn't stick because he had spell reflect up, I believe. So I'm about to have a lot of people on me. I really am. Watch out for these mobs. These mobs hit hard as hell. You got to take your time. Be patient as a PK. You have to be patient. And you got to be aware of your surroundings. You always have to be aware of your surroundings, especially in places like this, because you've got these things over here, these flame shaper uh, gardens. I mean, those things will put a AOE out like just a stream of fire that will kill you so fast. So all of these mobs can kill you fast. That's why I suggest at least leveling your void character up to level 10 before doing what I'm doing right now. If not, you're probably gonna be one shot alive. Try to get on the good side of some of these guilds. That way you don't have like NWO's a big guild. So I accidentally attacked him yesterday. I did not mean to. So let's see what this guy. But yeah, you can also see what these guys have. And, but I am gonna take this shit right here because he's got some good stuff on. And I'm gonna invis to see what he's got. 8K. He's got a Bearwood Marshall manual, which is definitely something you can sell for 5K at least. Hey, look, there's a provocation skill scroll. That's 8,500. All this stuff can be turned into essence as well. So hey, look, another was this cartography? I actually need a cartography scroll. So, but yeah, you can turn all this stuff into essence. So you can definitely get out with this stuff. And that's what I'm going to do. Let's see what kind of armor he's got. Agapite. I'm taking this Agapite armor. That's good stuff. Good stuff. And now I'm going to wait my timer out, and then I'm going to get out of this dungeon. Not a bad. I didn't kill him, but, you don't have to kill people to get good loot out of dungeon. You just loot bodies. Somebody does. So that guy was calling me out. He knew where I was at. But it doesn't matter. I can just get out. Let's see. Yeah, I can. So get you a gate escape. A gate escape script. Jason Owens has a lot of good scripts on the Razor script page. So once I come here, I like to, just stay hidden until I can, get back to my house so I can unload my stuff. So, I do have a script for that as well. I can just hit that, look on, no hands. Do need to be aware of all your timers. It just takes a little bit getting used to, basically. So, but yeah, if you're criminal, you cannot recall, you cannot go through a gate at all. If you're PvP time, you can. A lot of the times you can. So, easy 8,500. And then I got me some skill scrolls, which I said I've got a cartographer. So, on my hotkeys. What you want to do, make sure you always have your targets. So, you're always going to have your last target. I've got a button specifically for my last target, friendly targets, innocent targets. So, next innocent player target is shift plus space. That's what I have. That's what you want to do when you're running through the dungeons. If you hit shift plus space, or whatever hotkey you want to set this next innocent player target up to, then you will target the closest. It's usually the closest. Sometimes it gets a little weird. Target the furthest. I don't know why it does that. But it targets blues around you, and you can it'll tell you the name that you're targeting as well, and that's your target. So as soon as I hit next player, it target him. I hit my spell that I want to cast on him, and then I hit my last target button, and it automatically casts them onto that person. Now, if you got murder, so like if you're running through the dungeon and you've got other PKs that are in there, which usually other PKs will attack you. I mean, it's just the name of the game. It's just PKs like to kill each other. Okay, it's a challenge. So, you want to set one up for your next murder player, so it targets a red player, and because if you're using your next innocent player, it's not going to target that guy. And then you want to set up next friend target. The next friend target is who's in your party. Okay, so you want to set that up to where you want to have that set up so if you're doing some group PKing, then you can scroll through your party and heal them, and and not have to worry about scrolling through everybody else that's around on the screen, because it gets hectic once path and serve. And a lot of those guilds that love to play PKs, it gets hectic. There's been we've had some huge battles in these dungeons. It's so fun. Mad respect to all. So then you got your gray target. Which is you have to if there's a gray target in there, it's not gonna if you hit the next innocent player, it's not gonna target the gray target. Now, once you get those set up, your hotkey set up for that, then you want to go to options and then additional targeting and cues. You want to make sure your smart targeting is all of these are checked. So the main spells you want to use while you're PKing are explosion, um, energy bolt, and you don't really want to use flame strike. It'll use up a lot of your mana. Use clumsy, weaken, fireball, harm, uh, lightning to interrupt. A good I'm not a very good 1 versus 1 player. I'm just good at killing people in dungeons, so that's my specialty. A good website to go check out if you're wanting to do like get better at 1 versus 1 and do arenas or something like that is cloutlands.com. That's CLOUTLANDS.com. Cloutlands, and it will go through all your arena stuff, which will make you a ton better at 1 versus 1 in dungeons. So when you get into dungeons, you're going to run across a blue that knows what he's doing, and he's going to go ahead and once he sees you, he's going to cast a heal, and you can waste your mana on him and try him, but once you unload your first rotation of spells to kill somebody and they're still alive and they got full and they know what they're doing, you just want to move on to the next guy. Don't waste your time with them, okay? Now, if he starts talking shit, then maybe you can stick around, just keep poisoning him until he leaves, just be an a-hole. But, usually you're not going to kill him. You can get lucky, though. I mean, I'm not saying don't try, you can always try, quitters never win, right? So, just do your best, but you're going to run across people that know what they're doing. They probably have PKs too, where they do a lot of, factions or something like that. They know what they're doing. So you don't want to waste a whole lot of time with those guys. You just want to move on to the next kill. Don't feel sorry for these people. Everything in here is replaceable, and if I kill you, don't get frustrated. Okay, you know, if you, this is a game. It's pixels on the screen. We're all having fun. If it wasn't for PKs like me, you know, would this game be that much fun? I mean, doesn't that get your heart rate going when you see me coming through? You know, and you got your chromatic core on you and treasure maps on you. You know, I mean, you were like, oh I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. But I gotta get you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get you while you try to get out. So I hope I covered everything that I know. You know, another thing is I see a lot of players that are carrying around like 50 trapped pouches. Okay. Now, as a solo PK, I don't cast paralyze on anybody. Now, the only time I cast paralyze is if I'm running in a okay, and you know, a lot of times if it's just two PKs, they usually don't paralyze you either. So you people carrying around 50 freaking trap pouches, that's a huge waste of time. I hope you're not buying those. I think they're like 25 gold each. You're wasting a lot of money. So, and another thing is if you get killed by a PK, come back to your body because usually we only take your good stuff like you know your gold or your cores or whatever. We never really take armor unless it's like really good. So you know if it's just exceptional regular armor, come back and get it. I like to be considered the friendly neighborhood player killer. So just you know hang in there if you're a new player, and again come back and check your corpse. I know a lot of you don't, but come back and check it because we don't take you know usually we don't take your stuff, and if it's me that kills you, I will leave you. If I have anything on me, I will leave you a lot more gold than you had on you when you started. So do that. And I don't know what else is there. I don't know. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. I don't, you know, this is my first video, so if you liked it, if it helped you out, you know, feel free to give it a like and subscribe. I am going to be making more videos. I will make an updated video on player killing as well because I'm not sure how good this one is. I know it's probably all over the place, but hopefully I gave you a better understanding of how to player kill, what you need to expect, what you need to do, and you know, don't be frustrated from dying because you're going to die a lot. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing this game. Thank you for letting me kill you and take all your stuff. And hopefully I see you back shortly. Bye bye.